guys are crooked. Hey, you guys, things are crazy here. I've got the crazy farm here today. So it is currently raining / sleeting here, and we've had some flooding issues, and so I've been dealing with that all day. I've been like using a sub pump thingy outside and relocating ponds so my greenhouse doesn't flood again. And we have a goat that might be in labor. So my little disclaimer for this class is my children are going to be checking on her as we are cooking dinner. And if she's in labor, then I'm going to just have to jump off no matter where we are at with this meal. I'm not anticipating her having the baby right away in the next hour. But I just want to throw out that disclaimer in case she does. That is why I would have to jump off quickly. So tonight we're going to be making chicken enchilada rice bake. And like I said, my hair is crazy. I might have alfalfa stuck in it. It's been out to the rain. We're just going to roll with it. So anyway, we're going to get started with that. On the back burner over here is a soup because we've all been outside in the cold all day. So we're actually going to eat the soup for dinner and save this for tomorrow night. Let's see. What else was I going to say? The other thing is, if you have not become a member of the Weston A. Price Foundation, they have journals out. And actually, my article is in this one. It is on page, let's see, 53. So if you're waiting for your nice journal to come into the mail, page 53 is my article. It was the article I wrote for the Weston A. Price Foundation on comparing the cost of processed food versus from scratch foods. So if you want one of these, or if you're not a member yet, it's only $40 a year, and you get 4 of these journals, and they're jam-packed with articles from doctors and reputable people, and articles like myself, talking about real food and what's good for you and what's not. So check them out. That's westonaprice.org. The other thing I want to say really, really quick is that I have a link down below. This is all new now. There's a link down below that all you have to do is click it, and you can buy my cookbook. So what my eventual goal is to have an actual website, but I want to feel out you guys first because I don't want to put the money into a website and the time into the website if there's not going to be many people interested. So my cookbook's over there, and this next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be getting my meal plans over there. Currently, I have a meal plan for the meals that are discussed in this article. And then I also have a meal plan that is 100% grain-free and tooth healing approved. And I also have a third meal plan that's just really good meals that are all put together. So I'm working on those. And as I get those finished, I'll be posting them here on the channel. And then they will all be linked permanently down below in the description box of my videos. Basically, if the meal plan thing takes off and there's enough interest, then I plan to have a permanent shop on Shopify. And if that happens, you guys will be able to look over all of the meal plans that I have and be able to select whatever you want. I also plan to put like my sourdough starter up there and have sourdough starter kits available. So it's all stuff that I'm sort of like working on. It's not ready yet, but there is a link down below to buy my cookbook if you were interested and you just forgot to reach out via email or something like that. It is down below. Lastly, there's another link down below for Perfect Supplements. So this is a company I buy all of my desiccated powdered liver capsules from. I love this company. They have amazing customer service. They also sell cod liver oil, emu oil. They sell like cartilage type supplements. And everything that's in there is the good stuff for your bones and your cartilage. It's not extra organs and stuff, which are also good for you. It's just a more powerful supplement because it's all collagen, type 2 collagen, which is for your joints. And so anyway, if you're looking for that sort of thing or desiccated liver, they have the capsules. And what I really love is they also have a tub of desiccated liver, and that's the same price as the capsules. And you can make so many more capsules, make your own capsules with the liver powder and save a ton of money. So that link is down below. I love them. They stand behind their products. They messed up one of my orders and they just let me keep it and they sent me the right thing. So check them out. I love them. The link is down below, okay? All right, let's get cooking because it's time to cook before a goat goes into labor and I have to run. All right, so the very, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a red enchilada sauce. It's going to be happening back here in this pan. Whoops, that pan right there. And this recipe is in my cookbook, which I've already talked about. Link is down below to order it. We've got red enchilada sauce right there. That's what we're going to be making tonight. Plus all the other fun things. But we have to make the sauce first. So what we're going to do is turn the burner over medium heat, and we're going to add, I'm going to be doubling the red enchilada sauce recipe because we want 4 cups of red enchilada sauce. So I'm going to be putting 4 cups of homemade broth in there. You could use store-bought broth if you would like as well. And you can choose either beef or chicken broth, up to you. It doesn't matter much with this recipe. Okay. I've got to find my measuring spoon. Hang on a second. We've been running all day, so now I'm starting to slow down. It's not the time to slow down, Crystal. We gotta move. All right, hang on. Okay, so then to this broth, and hello everyone who's out there. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys are still there. If you guys can comment down below, let me know. All right, so we've got our broth inside our pan. We're gonna go ahead and do the next step, which is adding our seasonings. So to the pot, we are going to add 6 tablespoons of butter. Oh man, my butter's still partially frozen. Into the broth it goes. And then to that we're going to add 4 tablespoons of chili powder. I keep trying to, you want to whisk it? Go ahead, Nivea. I've got a helper tonight. That's nice. I keep on trying to remind myself we're doubling this. Okay, 4 tablespoons of chili powder. This is a really, really good meal. It's so quiet. It's eerie. That's why I think a goat's going to go into labor in the middle of all this because it's so quiet. Okay, onion powder, 1 teaspoon. Yeah. Ground cumin, 1 teaspoon. Oh, another thing I was going to say, another thing I like about the meal plans I'm creating is that I'm giving you a list of meals, a list of printed out recipes you can print out, and a sample meal plan. And then I'm also giving you a shopping list. But what I love about it is I'm not specifying whether or not you have to buy organic or anything else. I'm leaving that totally up to you. I'm just giving you the shopping list to go to the grocery store and decide for yourself. Okay, so we've got a pinch of cinnamon, so it'll be like 2 pinches of cinnamon. So I'm going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we need 2 teaspoons of raw apple cider vinegar. This brand's really great, but so is Bragg's. 2 teaspoons. There we go. I'm going to estimate we've got honey coming on in. You could also use maple syrup if you want. This is the Prairie Rock Honey. It's www.prairierockhoney.com. We need, let's see, only 1 teaspoon, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, the next ingredient is tomato paste. In the description box of this video, I put down 2 cans because I'm really not sure how many cans it's going to take to thicken up my sauce. I'm trying to omit the cornstarch and the sprouted flour in this recipe. Just because, I don't know. Usually I do for myself, but I'm not even going to eat this. But I know there's some of you out there who are trying to stay away from starches. So you could totally make cauliflower rice instead of regular rice for this recipe and be able to eat this recipe. But if you didn't want to buy the extra tomato paste and you had some cornstarch or sprouted flour or cassava flour on hand, you sure could use that instead. Just follow the recipe that's inside my recipe book on page 34. All right. Nevaeh's going to whisk that on in. That was a whole 6-ounce can, and we're just going to see where we're sitting when it comes to a simmer. We're going to get started on the next step. So I've talked about this before in several videos, but I typically buy, well, we raise all of our own chicken, but we typically butcher our chickens, and then I make a big old batch with making broth and stuff inside a slow cooker. And then I take the meat off and I measure it out into 1 pound increments. So this is a 1 pound already cooked up, already shredded bag of chicken. So that's gonna really, really speed this up. And we're gonna go ahead and start the rice. I'm gonna go right here. So we are gonna go ahead and put in 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna be super generous. This is probably like, let me measure it, hang on. This is more like 8 tablespoons. We love our butter, so, but 4 tablespoons will work as well. And we're gonna turn the pan over medium heat to melt that. And Nevaeh is my helper. How's Nevaeh tonight?
Good.
Doing good? Okay. She looks at me all weird. All right. We're gonna melt that, and then we are going to add our already fermented rice. Let's just talk about it really quick. I know most of you guys already know that watch these every week, but the reason why we soak and ferment our rice, we soak the rice in order to break down the phytic acid that's within all seeds of the earth. The reason why we do this is because phytic acid, when we consume it, binds to things in our body like calcium, zinc, and a long list of other nutrients. And so technically it's robbing from your body in order to utilize something that hasn't been soaked. So that's why we soak. Why do we ferment? We ferment because it makes rice and beans easier on your gut. So a lot of people get bloating and gas and not so nice symptoms from eating things like rice and beans. And when you ferment them, it lessens that. And sometimes in some cases for some people, totally stops that from happening, that reaction. So that's why we soak and ferment our rice. Another really good reason why we soak and ferment our rice is because this will fill up my family a lot faster than if it was not properly prepared, because the body can access the nutrients within the rice, and so it fills them up a lot faster. How are we doing?
Good.
We're melting. And on the back over here, we almost have our butter completely melted. I'm going to give a close-up of the butter. Something to watch. What we can talk about really quick is the actual this month. So they have a optimal hormonal development where we talk about nutritional advice for children's proper hormonal development. That's in there. Living in the plastic scene. So we're talking about, the perils of the plastic age and much more than Scottish porridge. So it's original oatmeal recipes from the British Isles, which would be really cool. And they have all these other articles. And like I said, mine is down here on page 53. But these have lots of, just pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of information, guys. And those are available on westonprice.org. You can become a member and get 4 of them each year. We are almost melted. Good job, Nevaeh. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to add this brown rice here. Still partially frozen. Usually I ferment all of my rice and beans ahead of time, and then I rinse them, and then I put them in freezer bags into the freezer so that we can have them ready to make meals like tonight's meal. This recipe freezes well, just in case you're wondering. It's a great freezer meal. You can cook it in bulk. And I am going to be having freezer meal videos coming out here soon. I have not recorded them yet. Woo! Life has just been too crazy with the weather and the flooding and goat births and everything else. All right. This is still really, really runny in the back, the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and open up the second can of tomato paste. And we'll add it. I'm so glad you're helping me, Nevaeh. It's so nice to have a helper.
Something to do other than watch a movie.
Did they start watching the movie or not?
I don't know.
Oh. I told him they should wait for Dad because he's not going to his Bible study tonight because of the storm. I couldn't believe how fast that temperature dropped today. That was pretty darn crazy. Because we were out in the greenhouse with the with the goats, and you got the chills. It's the wind picked up, and all of a sudden the front just went right over. Pretty crazy. All right, I'm just gonna whisk that into the sauce back here. And all we're gonna do in this front pan is she's melting the butter, and we're going to saute that rice until it's golden brown. And then it'll be time for the next step.
No, that's not that. Not that, this.
Not that, okay.
Butter.
The butter and the rice? Yeah. Okay. Okay, try my hands. So like I said, we've got on the back pan there, we've got our dinner, which is ham and corn chowder. That's also inside my cookbook. And basically I made a huge batch, and this was coming off of my miscarriage. I made a big old batch and let it all cool, and then put it into freezer bags and froze it so we'd have meals. Since I got so used to freezer meals from other people for almost a month, it was nice to have freezer meals for my family. So that's what's inside that back pot. It's melting over medium heat back there with a little bit of water. Also, I have the oven preheating to 350 degrees because this does end up inside the oven. It's more of a just warming things all the way through sort of deal. But it is preheating. It's actually already preheated. And I have a little bit of my homemade refried beans, which are also inside the cookbook. I made those ahead as well. And I just store those inside freezer bags inside the freezer. Freezer bags are great as long as you let your food completely cool before putting it into the freezer bags. Because you don't want the plastic to leach into your food. If your food is warm or hot, the plastic can leach in. So the refried bean recipe is in my cookbook on page 139. And those are inside the oven thawing out to add to this nice yummy meal here. So the pan I want to put all of this in is actually dirty inside the sink. So I'm going to let you guys watch Nevaeh cook for a minute or so. And then I'm going to go wash that pan. I think it stopped raining out there. It's weird because it's supposed to be snowing, and I don't think it's doing that either. Is it almost done being brown, Nevaeh? What do you think?
I say you ran a little bit more.
Okay, is it still frozen?
No.
Okay. You like the smell of it, don't you? The toast in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's nice. All right. Okay. Now, is it toasty brown? Not quite yet. Almost. About half of the rice is a toasty brown color, so we're just going to wait a few more minutes on toasting that. And then we'll move to the next step with the rice. And our sauce on the back has come up to a simmer. And that's where we want it to be. We want it to kind of simmer and cook off some of the extra liquid. Simmer/boil. Okay, so while we're waiting for her rice to get going, I'm going to go grab the lard, and we're going to go ahead and lard up our pan there. Now, you could also use coconut oil. You could use tallow. You could use duck fat or goose fat. So the reason why we semi-solids when we are cooking, just in case you're new to this, is because they are stable at high temperatures. They're not going to get damaged and cause free radical damage within your body when you eat them. Whereas vegetable oils are not like that. Olive oil is not like that. We don't want to be using olive oil for cooking. We want semi-solid fats and not Crisco. Crisco is a long list of not so healthy things, but it's also vegetable oil. So not stable at high temperatures. So if you're going to grease a pan with something, we're going to go with traditional fats. Lard, tallow, goose fat, duck fat, all the fats. Coconut oil would work as well. There. That's ready to go. And a double bonus with lard and healthy fat is you can just like rub it into your hands like a nice lotion when you're done.
Okay, that's just ready.
It's nice and crispy? Okay. I'll start filling the water then. So to this pan, we're going to add 4 cups of water. I read that wrong. It's 3 cups of water, guys. This is filtered water out of my Radiant Life water filter. Why is filtered water important? Filtered water is important because regular tap water, unless you have your own well, contains fluoride and chlorine and all sorts of things that kill off good bacteria. And so we don't want to be consuming and drinking those. A lot of your health depends on good bacteria within and on your body. And so we want to make sure we're not filling our body with things that kill off good bacteria or covering our body with things that kill off good bacteria. Okay, so you got it all mixed? Mm-hmm. So 3 cups of water. We had our butter and our toasted rice. And we're going to add our sauce here in just a minute. We're letting it kind of simmer off. Smell it? Smell good?
Yeah.
Good answer. All right. So to this pan, we're going to go ahead and add half of a teaspoon of healthy salt. We want colored salt. Pink Himalayan salt is awesome. Or you could do like a Celtic sea salt. This is a real salt brand of salt. The reason why we use colored salt, once again, is because where the color is where all of your minerals are that help your body to be able to handle salt properly without having side effects, okay? Sort of like white flour, white sugar, all of those things are missing the colored part, and that's why they cause issues. Okay. Stir, 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 huh? Okay, so our sauce is done on the back here. You can always tell a sauce is done. Let me see if I can catch it on camera without actually getting sauce on the camera. Okay, so the bubbles that come to the surface are bubbly, but then there's like occasionally like a rocket that like splatters onto your your wall or your stove. This means that your sauce, once cooled, is going to be the thickness of tomato sauce, okay? If it starts getting really, really violent, I mean, you got a nice thick one. But we don't really want explosive. And so we're going to call it quits on that back there. We're going to remove that from the heat. But that's how you tell when a sauce is thickened, is when the little bubbles turn into rockets and start spewing it all over your kitchen. Somebody is looking at me like, do I laugh? Okay, so out of that enchilada sauce back there, we're going to add 2 cups of it to this front pan. There we go. Ta-da! Now we're going to put the lid on here. It's over medium heat, and we're going to let this simmer until the rice is cooked, which is, I don't know, probably another 15 minutes or so. The heat's off on that, but it's still simmering. Let's check on the refried beans that are inside the oven. Like I said, I pre-made those. Are they soft?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No.
Almost. Some of them are. It's not soft all the way through though. We'll just let it be. Okay. What should we talk about now? Anybody have a topic? We've got our live class coming up on Friday. It's the live herbal class. So if you have not gone to that pre-scheduled event and clicked it, if you've not gone to the live pre-scheduled event up here on the channel and clicked on notify me, make sure you go do that. That's going to notify you to remind you of that class. Inside the class, we're going to talk about everything from how to make your own capsules, where to buy the things to make your own capsules, where to buy herbs, where to buy things to put tinctures in, like all the little cute bottles with the little squirty things, and what the basic medicinal cabinet should look like. Just really basic, guys, and really talk about how affordable it can be. Typically, when you buy tinctures from a herbalist, you'll spend anywhere from $20 to $30 a tincture, and that can add up really, really fast when those tinctures don't stretch so much when you have a large family.
Good.
Which one is it making the noise? This one? This happened last time. Ouch. Last time I made this meal and William was like, it's on fire. It's on fire. Anyway, so we're going to discuss all of that has to do with tinctures. I'm going to show you live how to make a tincture. We're going to discuss the different types of tinctures because there's 3 different types. We're going to discuss the differences between the 3 tinctures, the shelf life of the different tinctures, all that sort of thing. We're going to discuss the difference between roots and leaves and all of that, and discuss herbal teas even, because a lot of people like to drink herbal teas when they're sick or battling something. So we're going to talk about the difference between an infusion and regular tea and how leaves and roots fit into all of that. So that is all going to be this Friday. I think it's 7 p.m. Let me look at my calendar. I think it's 7 p.m. I can't remember what I did. It's 7:30. It's 7:30 this Friday night. That's Central Standard Time. We're going to do all of that. So make sure you have your notebook ready and you're ready to take notes. Let's see what else. Do you have anything else?
Mm-hmm.
No. We're just cooking. That's all we know. Like I said in the beginning, just in case you missed it, there is a link down below for my cookbook. If you haven't grabbed it yet, or you know someone who is interested, this has food on it. There's a link. It's a simple link. You just click on it and it takes you to my store and you can just check out. That's how easy it is now. There's no PayPal required. There's no mailing me a check required. It's all right there. And like I said, I've started making meal plans, which is fun. I enjoy making them. And so I plan to sell those. I'm going to keep them really affordable because I know stuff is so tight with everybody. And like I said, I'm thinking like somewhere, I don't know, what did we say the other day? $7 a month? I forget.
Yeah, 7. That's
I think I'm going to shoot for like $7 a meal plan, and it'll be a 2-week meal plan. And obviously you could take that meal plan and take it times 2 and have a whole month's worth of meals if you want to buy all your groceries at once, which is what I usually do. But I know that not everyone can afford to buy a whole month's worth of meals. And so basically, I know a lot of people go shopping every 2 weeks. So I'm going to be organizing the shopping list so it's an every 2-week purchase. And then if you have the money and have the means to buy double that, then you'd have a whole month worth of groceries inside your home, which is really cool. So that's that. And like I said, I did make one for healing your teeth, or AKA full gaps type meal plan. I made one that was just a bunch of really yummy meals, and I made one that was mentioned in my article in here, which was, let me read off those. That's going to be the first one that I get up in my store. And what will happen is you can just buy it, and then it will instantly download onto your phone, and then you can either print it or keep it on your phone if you want. So the meals inside that meal plan are pizza pockets, rice-a-roni, black bean quesadillas, old-fashioned scalloped potatoes, chicken wild rice soup, barbecue sourdough skillet, beef stroganoff, pineapple oatmeal bake, pancakes, egg skillet, and sourdough waffles. And what I ended up doing actually was I got a hold of the president of the West Indian Price Foundation, and I didn't know they had already published this. This is my article, by the way. These totals for a whole month of food have gone up, but 6 months ago you could get all of those meals for a family of 4 for a whole month for a total cost of $345.68. Now, mind you, the costs since then have gone up somewhere between $20 and $40 for a whole month, though, so that's not bad. We're still under $400. And then if you want to buy 50% organic, it goes up, and if you want to buy 100% organic, it goes up as well. So the 50% organic was $455 for a whole month of meals for a family of 4. And then the 100% organic was for a family of 4, month of meals, $623.45. So still really affordable for a whole month worth of meals. This obviously does not include snacks, but I'm just reading that to you guys to let you guys know that there will be meal plans available, and our first beginner step will be, like I said, putting the links down below to buy meal plans or sourdough starter or whatever. And then once I have enough revenue coming in from that, I'm planning on opening a permanent shop. And then you guys can shop it all the time and kind of scroll through all the different meal plans just using one link instead of each meal plan having its own link. So, how's the rice?
I don't know.
Okay. Also, if you're just jumping on, I did mention I have a new link down below to order liver supplements for desiccated encapsulated liver. It's through Perfect Supplements. They're an amazing company. By links down below, they have all sorts of different supplements. They have heart supplements and joint supplements, desiccated liver. They have different sources of vitamin C that comes in capsules. It's all food-based. So if you are shopping for any of those things, check out that link down below. I've had amazing results with that company. What happened was I ordered liver powder that comes in a tub because they sell it in a tub, okay, or already in capsules. I have a capsule machine and I have empty capsules. So I wanted the powder, and so I ordered the powder, and when it came, it was 2 bottles of capsules instead of 2 tubs of powder. And it was right when I had the big bad 2 years ago, and I needed to start on the liver right away because I had ran out. And so I opened the bottle of capsules, and then I called the company on the day they opened, and I said, hey, there's a problem here. I got the wrong product. And no questions asked, they shipped me out the product I actually ordered plus 2 bottles. They sent me out 2 tubs of the liver powder, which is what I ordered, and a envelope to send back the other 2 bottles. But when I had told her on the phone that I had already opened the 1 bottle, she said, that's okay, just ship us back the 1 bottle and you can keep the 2nd bottle of capsules for free. So amazing company. That is linked down below. It's Perfect Supplements. They stand behind their products. All of their products are tested. This needs to be served. All of their products are tested for glyphosate, okay, and it's all pasture-raised animals. So healthy stuff. We're going to go ahead and give the rice a stir. Super good company to buy from. Next week's cooking class is going to be bacon, liver, and onions with a side of vegetables. So that will be another nutrient-dense meal. If you ever wondered how to cook liver to make it like palatable that everyone will enjoy, you're going to want to catch next week's cooking class. Thanks, Nevaeh. So yeah, I'll get the ingredients up for that as well. I'm probably be making, I'm not sure, I have beef and chicken liver inside the freezer, so I'm not really sure which one I will choose. Usually with beef liver, you have to soak the liver first in milk, or you should anyway, soak it in milk. And the reason for that is like beef liver has kind of like a wild gamey type tang, just like deer meat, etc. And so we soak the beef liver in milk for at least 2 hours, and then we rinse it all off. There was somebody here on the channel that was doing some sort of a fast or something, and they couldn't have milk at the time, and they were going to try soaking it in vinegar. I've never tried that before, but they're supposed to get back to us on the channel here And that is down on my video for how to make crispy liver chips. Those are amazing. They taste like tortilla chips, but it's liver for your family. My kids usually eat it like crazy. That video's up here on the channel. Or if you have my cookbook, it's in there. But anyway, inside the video here on the channel, I show you exactly how to make those liver chips. And part of it is soaking. So anyway, I'm going to be keeping an eye on those comments on that video to see what happened with the liver. Was it a good thing that he did or not really? We'll just have to see. Oh, that's the other update. That's the other update. So I bought a water pick. I can go get it. Let me go get it. Let me get the water pick. I'll be right back.
I'm going inside, but let's see raise the fan, Daisy.
Okay. Okay, so I bought my water pick on Target.com, and I like it. I will say I got a little bit too excited to blast out my cavities with this machine. It comes with a ton of different tips, which I absolutely love. But I have on the side, this cavity that's inside this tooth is really, really deep. The hole, I should say. And I wanted to get down to the bottom of the hole to see like what it looked like and see if there's still like a brownish, blackish decay like on the tooth or if that's gone. So I decided I would use this, which was a good and bad idea. So it has different settings, okay? Yeah. So I got really excited about wanting to find the end of my hole in my tooth. And, you know, instead of following the directions and starting like on a 1 or 2 or 3, 4 or 5 or 6, I decided to go full bore on a 10. That's a bad idea, people, okay? Bad idea. There is so much power in this thing, it's not even funny. So basically what ended up happening was I got the hole cleaned out, but I also like blasted sensitive healing tissue with like fire hose water. Not such a good idea. And my tooth hurt for like 2 days afterwards. So I do plan on taking making another video and taking more pictures of my mouth once I get everything cleaned out. But it's going to be a process, you guys, because it's really painful. So anyway, just know I'm working on it. Know I got a water pick. Know that I found the end of the hole. It has like new white tooth that's growing in it. It's really, really deep, and it looks like there's some sort of like a pinkish colored flesh. So I don't know if that's like my gum or if that's like the inside of the tooth that has blood in it or what. But in any event, this got to the bottom of the hole. Extremely painful. And I will be doing a video again at a later date after my tooth recovers and I can clean it out again without causing massive pain because it was quite excruciating. This side I can work on a little bit more and see if I can get some of the toothpaste out of those holes. I don't have any pain left in that tooth at all, even when I blasted on a number 10, which I do not recommend. But anyway, this is great. This is only like $60 from Target. So for those of you who are out there who are healing your cavities and you want to keep those holes cleaned out and tidy, this is a great investment. It's only 60 bucks. How's it going, Nevaeh? How's that rice?
I don't know.
I'll get the lid off for you and you can stir it while I go put the water pick thing away. Or as I call it, the water device that causes pain. Okay, here I go. She's going to stir it for you. Oh yeah, go ahead and turn that off. Turn the heat off. Keep stirring it, Nevaeh. Got it? Okay, so to this, the rice has absorbed most of the liquid now. Okay, we went ahead and we shut the electricity off, so it's, you know, it's going to cool on down. The heat's off on that. You could put a lid on and let it cool off if you wanted to, because the rice is going to absorb all of that liquid. I'm going to add 1 pound of the already cooked and shredded chicken to it. Got it? And then I'm also going to get out the refried beans And we're gonna mix that in. You don't have an apron on. I don't know where Bree's apron went. You don't want one? Okay. I just heard it sloshing and I thought, ooh, I hope she doesn't get herself. Okay, so we've got it there. We're gonna go ahead and add the refried beans to this mess. This is 2 cups of homemade refried beans. If you would like to know how to make this, I have a video up on the channel. Plus I have the recipe inside my cookbook. You wanna give it a stir or shall I?
You shall.
I shall? Okay. So we're just going to stir the refried beans in. They don't have to be totally incorporated, and this is going to be ready to go right into the next spot over here. Move this out of the way. Okay. Let's load our pan, shall we? Okay, so 13 by 9 glass pan. And we've got our yummy enchilada mixture. Now there's extra enchilada sauce back there into the pan. If your rice ends up soaking up more liquid than mine, it's a good idea to have extra enchilada sauce on hand. Also, it's really yummy to serve it on top of this after it gets done baking. Sour cream is also really good on top of this. And like I said, if you're not eating rice, don't worry. You could totally go buy cauliflower rice. I would steam it ahead of time. And then I would make, okay, so let's say your gaps. I would go ahead and I would soak and ferment white beans. You can have white beans on gaps, so navy beans. I would soak and ferment them. Then I would cook them and make refried beans. Follow my refried beans recipe using white beans.
Daisy's fine.
Daisy's fine? Okay, good.
She's just standing.
She's standing. Is she eating still?
Yeah, she's still eating. Her eyes are wider, so she's...
Okay. Maybe it was a false alarm. Anyway, back to the gaps thing. I would go ahead and I would cook up your white beans, make your refried beans with your white beans. They're going to taste just as good. It'll just be white refried beans. Then for the rest of this casserole, I would buy some cauliflower rice and I would steam it ahead of time. I don't exactly know how much cauliflower rice. You probably need a good couple of pounds to fill a 13 by 9 pan. Probably 2 pounds or 2.5. I would steam that ahead of time. I would drizzle your enchilada sauce onto the cauliflower rice. Add your chicken, maybe a little bit of butter. Mix it with your refried beans and pour it in here. We're going to top this with cheese. And that would still be all GAPS approved. This is amazing, yummy chicken enchilada casserole that you could have on GAPS with just a couple of alterations. Okay, there's the cheese. It's going to go into a 350-degree oven, and it's going to bake for about 20 minutes, but really just until this cheese melts on top, because it's hot all the way through. There it goes. I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes because I will forget about this. All right. 20 minutes inside the oven. And like I said, once it gets out and you go to serve it up, use your extra enchilada sauce to drizzle it over top of that rice. It's really good. Maybe some sour cream. If you don't want to drizzle the enchilada sauce, you could also transfer this to a glass jar, put it inside your refrigerator, and wait till you make this meal again. Totally fine as well. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Are there any comments? It's not showing me any comments. If there's comments and I'm missing them, I'm so sorry, but it's not giving me comments. Oh, there it is, Sharon. Sharon is here. My comments are finally working. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. All right, so that is the meal for tonight. Like I said, it bakes at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. That's just the melted cheese, you guys. Technically, if you wanted to save a pan, you could totally make your base inside that Dutch oven down here. Mix everything together, put cheese on top, put the lid back on top, let the cheese melt. You're done. But I wanted to move this into a 13 by 9 pan because I plan on putting the lid on it and put it into the refrigerator and eating it later this week because, like I said, we are chilled to the bone. We've been outside in the rain and snow and wind. And so we wanted soup tonight. So we're gonna do ham and beans or ham and corn chowder. That's what's in there. So anyway, that's it, you guys. Thanks for jumping on with me. And don't forget about the live class on Friday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Go over and click the link to click the notify me so you don't forget about it. And I'll see you guys on Friday. And don't forget, next week is yummy liver. We're going to be making probably chicken liver with bacon and onions and a side. So if you're interested in that, I'll be making the pre-scheduled event, and you can click notify me on that as well. I think that's it. All right, you guys, have a great night. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.